Hey guys, Austin here, and welcome back to another Pixelmon guide here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how flying works now in the newest version of Pixelmon, since it did receive an update. And we're going to show off a few of the different flying mounts that you can use to fly around your world, etc. I've been meaning to make this video for a bit now because people still could not get the hang of the new flying update in 1.16. But considering they updated it again and made it more user-friendly, I figured now is the time to do that. So if you guys have been enjoying the Pixelmon guys on the channel, smash the like button, show support, consider subscribing if you have not done so already, and let's get right into this. So first off, make sure you're on Pixelmon version 9.1.2, which is the most recent version of Pixelmon. Also, just because I want to check this out, there is a weird Lunatone just chilling over top of the TCG shop. I'm in a super flat world just to make it a little bit more, easy to see what I'm doing, and I don't have to worry about running into trees and stuff. But here is pretty much all the Pokemon that currently have received a flying update, but it does also specify there is more on top of this list. But you can see all the different choices. I'm sure you at least main one of these Pokemon in your Pixelmon world that you would be flying on. And I also have some alternatives as well that received like extra updates, so they might be acting differently. And the devs themselves said that the flying mechanic might be working differently for certain Pokemon. Like some might have different stamina bars and stuff because that's a thing now. So I have 6 Pokemon in party that I wanted to show you guys sort of just the differences if there is any, and we'll go from there. So let's get started. I'm also going to do this in survival mode so, you know, I can prove this is a thing. So Charizard, the main one that I'm sure everyone rides on. First advice before you start flying, go to your options and controls and scroll down to Pixelmon where it'll say descend and hover. Make sure these two are key binded to something that isn't red, which means you can actually use these keys. My by default were these two, so I haven't changed anything. But to start off how to fly, you're going to hold spacebar, and you will see how the bottom of the thing has charged up, the bottom XP bar, and then when I let go, you will ascend into the air. Now, this is where things get a little bit differently. You can change your perspective if you kind of want to see where you are going. But you will see I am now slowly descending back down. But if you want to stay up in the air, I'm going to hit H to hover. Or is it C to hover? No, C descends. So, you'll notice there was already a difference there. Whenever I did this before here, let me just try doing the full burst. If I hit H, I should be able to hover now. But that doesn't pertain to all Pokemon. There's also like a stamina thing as well. So it can only stay up in the air for so long. And you can see I can move around while I am on him. I am allowed to move around, but you'll see I'm slowly descending. If you want to stay up in the air while you are in the air, hold space again, and you will shoot up even higher. And you just sort of keep going. If you want to descend, hold C, and it'll bring me back down, as you can see. It's sort of like a balance between the controls. You want to be able to sort of control, you know, which height level you're at, because of course, if Pokemon are spawning in the air and trying to get to them, it can get a little tedious to maneuver. But I think it's easier now being able to hover or move forward or etc. Let's try Metagross out. So again, I get on top of Metagross, hold space, I will shoot up in the air. And while this is happening, you can move forward at any point in time. But if you notice you start descending at all and you don't want to yet, just hold space again, you'll shoot up higher. If you want to try to stay at the level you're at, hit H to hover. If you want to descend, hit X, or not X, sorry, C, and you will descend. Also, you will notice I accidentally called him back. I didn't mean to do that. But this is why we have our spawn set right here. Yeah, don't accidentally get off of your mount, you will fall. Another thing I'm noticing is the camera perspective is still a little buggy depending on like which mount you are riding on. It can get a little, you know, messy, but again, you just kind of got to work with that. I'm assuming you're only going to be riding on one Pokemon for the majority of your playthrough, so whenever you pick like whichever one you're going to be riding on, just sort of get a handle on which perspective you need to be looking at, like if you need to go into third person at all or not to see around you versus, you know, just to give you the best advantage. But again, the flying mounts, they do work now more seamlessly. It's just a matter of getting your character not to be stuck inside them. Beedrill, you cannot ride Beedrill. Even though it said it has been updated in the thing, I wanted to specifically point this one out. You cannot ride on Beedrill yet. I'm not sure if they're going to change that or not, but based on the things, you cannot ride Beedrill. Xatu. Xatu you can ride on. I'm going to just ascend into the air just to show you. As you can see, I'm flying on Xatu. It works. If I want to descend a little bit, I'm holding C right now just so I am, you know, descending. But as you can see, I am riding on Xatu perfectly. If I had a Pokeball in my inventory, I could throw it, etc. You just kind of got to work with it. Like anything else in a video game, you just kind of got to master the new controls and get used to them. And I'll do Crobat as well just to show you. So again, ascend into the air. I messed that up. Wait, let me try that again. Ascend. Let me toggle my perspective. And we're free to move around. And it does say that each Pokemon has sort of like its own stamina for how long it can keep in the air. But if you want to boost yourself up again, you just hold space and you'll go up again. The key to this is just holding space. Hold space, let go, and you will shoot up again. Think of it sort of like, how else would it be best to describe? I kind of described it as like the Elytra, with how like as you're descending, you fire a rocket and you shoot further up again. So just keep that in mind. That's kind of how that works. And the hover mode thing does work as well. Just for some Pokemon, if they're losing stamina, it'll make them, you know, slowly descend. You just kind of got to work with it. But all in all, that's really how the new flying mechanic works. Again, base thing you need to learn how to do is when you're on the Pokemon, if you're ready to go up in the air, hold space, let go. It'll shoot you up in the air. You can move around for what you need to. If you start descending, hold space again, let go. It'll shoot you up higher. If you need to quickly descend, hold C, and it'll bring you down. Each kind of level, and you just got to keep tapping it to go lower and lower. And if you want to stay in the spot you're at, hit H and it will hover you. And again, you can change those controls except for the spacebar one. Just hit escape, go to options, go to controls, and go to the Pixelmon settings and change hover and descend if you want to make them different keybinds. For some reason, a lot of people with Minecraft do not know that you can change your controls. You can do that. You have the liberty to. Just keep that in mind. If you don't like a certain keybind, change it up. Either way, that is going to do it for this guide on how to fly in Pixelmon. If you guys have any other questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. Again, make sure you're the most recent version of Pixelmon 9.1.2 in Minecraft version 1.16.5. Otherwise, what I've told you today will not work for you. And for anyone who's still going to say, well, could they just go back to how it used to be? They are not doing that. The whole reason why they put out this fix to make it more user-friendly is for that exact reason, that they are not going to change it back to how it was. This is probably the balancing thing that they were going to implement anyway, but this is the most fair way, I think. I've never personally had a problem with how the new flying mechanic works, but just so you all are aware, that's how it works now, and hopefully this was helpful to you all. And yeah, if you guys want to see the official like showcases I've done on the new versions of Pixelmon, they should be linked to the cards top right hand corner, or you can just see them on my channel in the most recent videos, or you know, look them up. Either way, that is going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, smash the like button, subscribe for new, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Goodbye.